This is Josiah Plays The Elder Scrolls Online Thieves Guild DLC. We're here at the docks at Abaz Landing, and we've got ourselves a Sepp Adder, and isn't it beautiful? It's a little snake with wings. I love it. I love it. Okay. We're gonna talk to our compatriots, I guess you could call them, again here. And there's discussion in my chat about the new Candy Crush game show. A team of 2 people was just put up on this swinging platform above a large game board with this huge stick with a foam swiping finger on the end to swipe the candies around. That sounds dumb. Like the old Japanese game shows. No, Japanese game shows are the most ludicrous things that have ever been made. They started it with Survivor and Big Brother celebrities, and Mario Lopez is hosting. Alright, so they've really gone to no... They've spared no expense.
When you're up to it, we'll head to the Thieves.
They've gone to the highest depths of possible hosts by pulling in somebody whose last known job was saved from the bell. Really? Has Mario Lopez done anything since then? Wipeout is like Crystal Pepsi to the good old Japanese game shows. Should read the injury statistics for them. There's only one show of that ilk that I like, and it's American Ninja Warrior. And I know that is based on a Japanese show, but I never saw the original Japanese show that it's based on. And for some reason I like to believe that the Japanese version has got to be, like, dialed up the weird somehow. But American Ninja Warrior is pretty good, because there's no bullshit to it. It's just legitimately people attempting a physical feat that requires a great deal of skill and training and conditioning, and mostly failing at it. But when they succeed, it's quite amazing, because they're doing things that I know that I could never fucking do. I don't watch it regularly, but when I go over to my dad's house now and again, he's always got episodes of it on his DVR, so I'll watch it with him. He's actually done quite well since Saved by the Bell. I don't know. Let's talk to Quen, who's pretending to be all fucked up somehow. I wonder if she got poisoned or something. I wonder if Walk Softly had something to do with it. Dun dun dun!
Oh, think I'll stay here for a bit. Don't want to decorate the Guildmaster's boots.
Alright.
Yes, I'll be fine. Don't keep the Guildmaster waiting on my account.
Quen is dying, Saito. She's dying. What do you have to say, my Argonian brother?
Always a pleasant journey to Abaz Landing. Head to our Thieves' Den. The Guildmaster awaits. Your partner and I will be along when she's less expulsive.
Where's the Thieves Guild?
Hidden within an old cistern that's long forgotten by the city's merchant lords. A new home for us after the Iron Wheel tore apart the old one. It's a bit damp. You get used to it.
I am used to it. I grew up in Black Marsh, don't even trip. Hashtag dressed like an Argonian. You and I both know she's going to be your best friend for this quest line. I don't know, Saito. I don't know. I'm getting a feeling. There's something off about this Quen situation. Bye. I should speak with the Guildmaster of the Abaz Landing Thieves Guild. Perhaps I can get some answers. Walk Softly mentioned a Thieves' Den. Well, I have no idea how to find this place, but fortunately, for some reason, there's going to be a marker on my map that tells me just how to get there. This is a Boz Landing. It looks like a cool place. And I need to go all the way back here to the Thieves' Den. Oh, I like this place a lot. I'm going to explore the city in its fullness later. First, I'm going to go actually to the Thieves' Den.
Guard, there's been an assault!
Get the guard!
The Boz Landing guards look like no joke. Where's this little guy? He's a dog. Kind of an ugly dog, I'm not gonna lie. Dragon frog? What did I just see? Oh, there's a cool Sep adder. What's up, my homie? Where did I... What the fuck is a dragon frog? What? It's a little frog with horns and wings. No, you're stepping on the Sep adder's cool thing.
Lawbreaker on the loose.
I don't like it. Fuck you, dragon frog. There you go, Sep adder. I've helped preserve your niche. Why is everyone freaking the hell out? It's just what they do, I guess. So here we are in a Boz Landing. I like this place a lot better than Anvil, I can tell you that right now. It's all labyrinthine and shit too, which is pretty cool. You can't just casually walk straight to where you're going. All multi-layered. Durano's house is not what I'm looking for. An old cistern. I'm supposed to be going in a cistern. You see a cistern anywhere?
Help someone in need?
I would if I could, but the game literally gives me no way to do that, sir. Cistern's most likely going to be on the ground, not up here on this upper level. Oh, is this the cistern? Looks good. It looks like a cistern. He says it's been forgotten by everybody. Why would they forget this? This town's not that big. It's a big-ass cistern full of water. How are they going to just forget? We used to have an extra source of water here in the desert, but we forgot all about it. We don't know where it is. Just completely lost track of that crazy big cistern in the middle of our city. Alright, in we go. Thief's Den. I haven't seen any cow mounts either, Saito. So, for the balloon challenge, there's a giant vertical Candy Crush board, and the guy is flailing his legs around trying to swipe the candies around, while the woman is tugging on this huge rope trying to move it up and down the board. This sounds like Idiocy Express. It's so terrible. Sounds like the Devil's Own Playground, says Saito. Cow mounts. I don't think... Now, keep in mind, the number of mounts that are available changes constantly. They always put out new mounts. So these are not the only mounts... Oh, those aren't... Like, if I... Wait a minute. If I open up the Crown Store and I go to mounts... These are not the only mounts available in the game. These are just the ones that are for sale right now in the Crown Store. There's other ones you can get at other times. Because I see people running around all the time on mounts that aren't here. But there's nothing really like a cow. I guess the closest thing would be the camel, which isn't that close. This is the new one that they're trying to pawn on people. It looks pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. But 2,500 crowns, I'm not sure how much that is in real money. I get 1,500 crowns every month for free because I'm a ESO Plus subscriber. I don't want to open any web browsers. No, get off me. So we've entered the cistern.
Alms for the favor of the three.
Oh, I was gonna give you alms, but then I saw that you're a dark elf. Hashtag casual racism. Alright. 5 rare Akaviri coins to whoever can guess which city guards wrote this dispatch. Andari. To all city guards, be on the lookout for pickpockets. According to our sources, an organized band of ruffians have decided to terrorize certain of our citizens by stealing their tools of the trade right out of their pockets and purses. These thieves are going after crafting tools, musical instruments, and even fishing gear. Watch the inns and the docks most carefully. These areas, while often highly populated, tend to be thin on guard presence. A thief could steal a bard's loot and get out of an inn without ever being spotted. And most fishermen like to find secluded spots to ply their trade. Fortunately, most of our crafting areas tend to be heavily patrolled, but look out for those men and women who like to take frequent breaks, wandering down alleyways. I like how he puts breaks in quotes. South Point, too easy, Thrag. Okay, these in parentheses are like the things being written by the actual thieves. Wrong, and you're supposed to tell me, not write it down, Andari. You were asleep. And I meant North Point, Thrag. Still wrong, Thrag is disqualified, Andari. Everyone is disqualified. She doesn't have 5 rare Akaviri coins, Thrag. Thrag is triple disqualified, and rare Akaviri coin is the name of a drink I concocted. Alright, so these people are super honest, is what we're getting here. What is up, Brad? Thank you for the host, sir. Appreciate that. How you doing? You're taking a break for food? Nice. How far have you gotten in the secret world? How far have you gotten? What's your status? Apparently I can't take any stuff from here. Just like the... Oh, what's up there? No possible way to... Oh, wait, there's a ladder. Oh, that's the exit. Okay, that leads back up to the city. Right, of course it does. Makes sense. Level 39, just got to Egypt. Nice, nice. Well, you're way ahead of me, buddy. You're way ahead of me. Become a Mothman with a pumpkin hat. I trust that speaks for itself. You're really wearing the pumpkin head, too? Why does everybody wear that stupid pumpkin head? Like y'all can't resist. It's a pumpkin head. Go, go, go. Oh, here's Thrag. The guy that was just riding on the thing. Before we go into the secret wall there, guarded by a completely circumspect thief guard there. What's up, Tilaline? You're just chilling in here in a very comfortable position, I know it. That thing. It's a cat. Okay, well, we're not gonna do any horrible murder to the cat. What's up, Thrag?
The guildmaster is expecting you. Go on in.
Goodbye. Into the den. Okay. Spencer Rye, who are you?
I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Spencer Rye, at your service. I have a friendly arrangement with the Thieves Guild. We're business adjacent, you might say.
Wait a minute. Is that...
I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Spencer Rye, at your service. I have a friendly arrangement with the Thieves Guild. We're business adjacent, you might say.
I think it's shit churro. I think it's Barrack / Kana.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Spencer Rye, at your service. I have a friendly arrangement with the Thieves Guild. We're business adjacent, you might say.
Okay. Shit churro. I can go down here. Into the water. And what will I discover? Nothing. Except for now I'm covered with water of questionable cleanliness. Snag. Nothing to say. This is pretty cool. I can dig it. Look, they've even got a window. They've got a skylight.
I'm one of the Gurgases, the merchant family. Perhaps you've heard of us. That said, I have nothing to do with the business, and I positively detest my uncle. I'm part of the guild now, and proud of it.
What can you tell me about the Thieves Guild?
Ah, you're the one that walks softly brought to our charming little hovel. Well, let me be the first to welcome you to the Abaz Landing Thieves Guild. We may not look like much, but we used to be significant. Divine's willing, we will be again.
I think my emote should be my face, all painted like your profile pic of you smiling with all the paint. Maybe so. Maybe so. What do you do around here?
I do whatever it takes, my friend. Whatever it takes. I want to help the guild reclaim its former glory and drive those Iron Wheel bastards out of Abaz Landing. And if Zira deems to make me an officer in the guild, so much the better.
Those Iron Wheel bastards. What's the background story on that paint pic? Well, it's not paint. It's actually cornstarch, colored cornstarch, and it's from a color run. Color runs are like ridiculous things that there's no reasonable explanation for. But really, what it is it's just a run that people get together to do a run. You know how they have runs where people run a certain distance and lots of people go to it, often for charity or the like. Well, this is like one of those, except... And this was for charity too, although I can't actually remember what the charity was. It was some local thing that I honestly didn't care that much about, but I wanted to do the color run because it sounded fun. So, as you're going through there, people throw different colors of cornstarch on you. And you go through these checkpoints where just like shitloads of colored cornstarch is going through the air and being thrown around. And so by the time you get to the end of the run, you're just fucking coated in this shit, head to toe, of different colors. And meanwhile... How's it going, Splode? Good to see ya. Good to see you, Splode. You're coming. Nox says the next team of two are strapped into two connected mechanics creepers and are rolling around the game board trying to swipe candy matches and screaming at the audience for help. This sounds like a real classy production they've got going here. A lot of dignity for the participants. Sido likes Brad's idea because it focuses on Josiah, not on blaming others. Yeah, but blame Sido would still be an amazing emote. I should let Splode decide what my first emote is, since Splode is the first and only subscriber. What do you think my emote should be, Splode? Tex says I love my idea also because it's my idea. Nice. Alright. Iron Will Bastards. What happened to the Thieves Guild?
I don't really know the details. It happened shortly after I joined the guild, and I wasn't privy to our leader's plans. As far as I can tell, a heist went terribly wrong. Zira was the only survivor. Beyond that, you'd have to ask the guildmaster.
What can you tell me about your guildmaster?
A recent promotion, yes. The higher-ups got together to pull off the heist of the century, but Zira was the only one to return from that doomed expedition. Whatever happened brought the attention of the Iron Wheel down upon us. Now we hide here.
Hashtag blame Quen. All this shit was Quen's fault, somehow. Aye. Also, this guildmaster already sounds dodgy as fuck. Guild trader, no. Oh, they have a fence here. Of course they have a fence here.
You've been busy, my friend. Rest and reap your bounty.
Leave Quen alone. Sido. Everyone at least needs some sort of face emote, you think? Let's sell some of this junk. To the fence. I like the lighting in here. Another bear. Those fucking ubiquitous bears.
The guild would frown upon anyone filching my wares, just so we're clear.
The setup for the Thieves Guild questline seems suspiciously similar to that of Skyrim. Seems quite a bit different from the one in Skyrim that I recall. We also needed a moat that looks like a caution sign with a dude falling off a bridge. Okay, I don't want anything from her. Who's this?
I know. You thought I was the queen of the Dominion for a moment there, didn't you? Sorry, I'm just practicing for my next assignment. Have to keep my skills honed after all.
What's your role in the guild?
Interesting choice of words, role. I play many roles. Seductress, serving girl, noble, beggar, merchant. It all depends on the job at hand. It's all about disguise, you see. You've probably talked to me a dozen times and didn't even realize it.
So this is supposed to be their equivalent of Mirabelle? Nope, not buying it. What did you do during the guild crisis?
It was a simple enough matter for me to disappear when the trouble began. If you must know, I took on the role of a bodyguard at the Winsome Welwa. Worked there until the guild started to gather again down here.
The disguise?
I change personalities like a noble changes clothes. Perfect for surveying a location for a robbery or swindling a merchant out of gold. I just wish the higher-ups weren't so busy. As good as I am, I know there's more to learn.
Look just like Carrie. Who the fuck is Carrie?
Don't I? We made good use of that before we joined the guild. Being two places at once is a handy skill for deception. On the other hand, Carrie could just be another role I play. Are you certain you've ever seen us together?
That might be pushing it. Besides, she's sitting right over there.
Maybe I'm just that good.
You're not.
A few ink stains on my fingers, a furrowed brow, 303, 304. Could you not watch over my shoulder?
Goodbye. Apparently there's somebody named Carrie here who looks like that. She's pretty good at stealth, though, because I don't see her anywhere. Alright, let's see. We can go a wide variety of ways. We can go this way, which does not lead to the Guildmaster. Let's go this way. We could go down and swim in the nasty water again for no reason. Another fence.
This one does not like the cold and damp.
Another complaining Khajiit.
My sword is sharp and my eyes are keen. When the guild needs my strength, I will be ready.
Now we got a proper legit Red Guard. First respectable member of the guild I've seen. Heroic combat. Whoa, look at this guy's helmet. Damn. Nox, are you seeing this? I found Nox Moo in the game. The sheer bovinity of his helmet is astounding. Can I don't think I'm supposed to get up here. Alright, I want to say in real life I could easily get up this. But the game will not let me. I mean, all you have to do is grab that fucking hammock. Hashtag battle cattle. Nice. This place is weird. I'm kinda lost. It's all collapsed. These people need to maintain their tunnels better. Alright, so there's a big bunch of nothing down that way. This person doesn't have anything to say. Got that helmet in the cow tipping wars of Second Era 390, huh? This, oh, apparently this leads back out to the outside. That helmet screams, "I am cow, hear me moo." Wait a minute. Make sure I've gone all the ways. All the available ways. Or... oh, there's Carrie. Anything else I can read around here? There is something I can read. Ah, here's our banker.
Purse feeling a bit light?
What do we have here? No fuss, no rush. Or hard-earned tips from old Sculler. Some of these nobles, all that money and they still want more. They'll pay too, but you have to be smart. You get sent all over Tamriel to grab goods and clean them. Take a tip from old Sculler. Get it done quick, and without getting caught. Paying off your bounty takes away from the profits. Here's what old Sculler does. 1. Find the right targets. Somebody wants ritual objects? You'll likely find them near cathedrals or on priests. Sounds obvious, right? Well, that means big cities, usually with lots of guards. Pick your targets carefully. Make sure the temple isn't big enough to have its own guards, or if it does, that they aren't staring everywhere at once. 2. If you do get a bounty on you, don't be in such a rush. Find something outside the city to do before you try finishing the contract. Old Sculler once made some extra gold helping a village with their bandit problem. Nobody there cared about a bounty. By the time that job was done, the guards had lost interest and old Sculler turned in her clean goods, sweet as you please. Be smart or be dead. Thanks, old Sculler. This kinda isn't my first rodeo, though. You guys got some fancy fucking armor. It's like fucking Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. Too fancy. Merchant Lords of Abaz Landing. Isn't this the same book? Abaz Landing Merchant Lords Volume 1. I still need to read that, actually. Because it's about this place, and I haven't read it yet. Fields were littered with the bodies of sleepy cows. I'm sorry, Sculler, are you suggesting dead people can't be smart? And they prefer the term differently animated, thank you. Hashtag not lives matter. Well, I think by definition dead people can't be smart. Because if you're dead, your brain is no longer working. And if your brain is no longer working, I don't think you can possibly be smart, per se. What up, Carrie?
New member. Great. We could use the coin coming in. Any work the guildmasters approve gets posted on the board over there. See something you like? Get it done, and I'll handle the books.
What is it you do here?
Accounting, inventory, managing the futility of keeping the lot of you honest. You have any idea how hard it is to watch the coffers in a den of thieves? It's like watching my sister multiplied by, I don't know, a lot. They don't get much sleep.
I have a sister? I've already met her.
Twin, if you could believe it. I love her, but she drives me crazy. You would not believe how much she can spend on cosmetics. Work-related. Half, maybe.
Have access to all the guild's finances?
I'm going to stop you right there. Before the wheels start turning. If you need to get paid, I'll make sure you get everything you're owed. I don't miscount. Never forget, I don't miscount.
How did you end up working for the Thieves Guild?
My sister and I would work up confident schemes on wealthy merchants. She'd dress the part. I'd dress the ledgers. The guild offered stability and an audience that could appreciate the performance. Hopefully, it can again.
Bye. Alright, I think it's about time to go up here and meet the actual guild leader, who already seems dodgy to me. This is a pretty cool statue, though. What's this supposed to be? Snake lover person with wings? Or are those wings from the snake? Is it a giant sep adder, presumably nocturnal? Ah, okay. I don't know why I keep looking at the containers like I can loot them. I know that I can't steal anything in this place. Yet, I just can't stop looking at the containers as though I'm going to see what's inside them. See that one right there? I just did it. Alright, hold on. We've got more stuff to read. My unknown benefactor. E. Hold on. Who's E? Is her name E? No. Okay. Sir or madam, I do not understand why these small valuables have begun to show up at my doorstep, but I must say you have improved my standard of living substantially. What you ask for in return, however, is not within my power to give. If I were to tell you, for example, about the caravan leaving my city along the northern trail at dawn a week from today, I think I would be in fear for my position. And informing you that each of the merchants of my city transport their safe box contents to the bank on the third day of every week would be a confidence I should not dare reveal. I trust we understand one another. I see what's going on here. Curry's hit list. Oh, is this gonna be like the litany of blood for this place? Curry's hit list. Attention new bloods. In the past, members of the Thieves Guild proved who the best of the bunch was by stealing the rarest, most valuable treasures they could from some of the most powerful people in Tamriel. We really don't need to attract that kind of attention right now. Seriously. However, the Guildmaster thinks it's important for you lot to hone your skills and distinguish yourselves, so I have cataloged an inventory of one-of-a-kind items no one will send an army to retrieve. Find them. Steal them. Put them up in the den as proof of the deed. Yeah, that was a terrible... I mean, it wasn't even veiled at all. It was like... It was a terrible attempt at plausible deniability. Absolute. This is for bragging rights, not gold, so don't come to me expecting a king's bounty for any of this stuff. Abaz Landing. The great, you get the idea, grandnephew of some banker back when Prince Hugh was alive, still has the poor sap's repossessed funeral urn sitting out as a flower pot. Greenshade. The Mages Guild is doing restoration work on an old set of weird living books for one of the tree thanes. I guess you're supposed to water them. Oradon. Prince Naaman had a commemorative decanter commissioned for his coronation, which never happened. Rumor says it's still on display in Skywatch Manor. Oh, I see. This is the litany of blood. This is a whole bunch of things I have to go find. I like it. I liked the Litany of Blood. And I shall like this. Malabal Tor. There's an old Wood Elf tale about a bard so good he won a contest with a cursed harp. Supposedly, the Mages Guild is keeping it from bursting any eardrums in the wrong hands. Reaper's March. A lot of stealing from the Mages Guild going on here. The Mages Guild is caring for the ancient possessions of some Khajiit warrior of old at their holdings in Ralka. You have the misfortune of finding his spittoon. Brotwood. There's a mannequin that was supposed to stand in for one of the members of the Comoran dynasty when he died in battle. I guess they found him because it's collecting dust in the embassy. Alakir Desert. A wealthy innkeeper out in the desert has some antique bowl he claims is a family heirloom tracing his line back to some regatta hero. Looks can be deceiving, but I have my doubts. Stormhaven. The first king of Wayrest might have been a good king, but he was a terrible poet. There's an unpublished book of his work archived in the Mages Guild. We won't make you recite it. Bankurai. One of the more organized Yokudan conquerors had to use massive paperweights to wrangle all of his inventories. Fair warning, I might keep these. Glenumbra. One of the carpets decorating Daggerfall Castle is supposedly magical. I don't know why they'd just have something like that just sitting out, but use it to your advantage. Rivenspire. The Fighters Guild is supposed to have a bunch of letters the Princess of Shornhelm wrote to King Emmerich before he dumped her for the Princess of Sentinel. Sounds juicy. Eastmarch. The locals out in Eastmarch say that King Joran's commissioned some ancient piece of dwarven technology he smashed into a centerpiece for his next banquet. The thing's undergoing repair at their local mages guild. Stonefalls. One of the inns has an old coat of arms from the Ebonheart Pax formation sitting in its basement. Seems they aren't sentimental about it. Shadowfen. There was some strange tribe that lived out in Black Marsh alongside the Argonians. Unsurprisingly, they're all dead, but the Argonians still keep some artifacts around. There's some religious shovel their people pray to, I guess. Deshaun. Most of the time, dwarven artifacts are highly prized, but I have a lead on some banner that got taken down and thrown in storage around Mournhold. Probably more to the story. And the Rift. Ysgramor is basically worshipped by the Fighters Guild. They'd give their sword arms to drink from the same vessel he did, but there's one of his old wineskins that's been sitting untouched. Okay. Wow. I'm glad I got that. That's gonna be lots of heisting fun. Lots of heisting fun. Anything else in here? I feel like I should read this. Well, I'll talk to the Guildmaster first before I read this other book. I notice, unlike the Litany of Blood, they're not giving me a copy of this book to take with me. And you know, that I can read on the road anytime I want. Which would massively suck to do this without a copy of the book with you. But it's not going to bother me because my librarian add-on will allow me to access it at any time. Speaking of which, I should reload my UI, as I'm supposed to do after every few books I find. Wonder what the reward would be at the end. Maybe you can turn into a dragon frog. Maybe I could turn into a sep adder. Nox says, Raffle, for the finale, there's a key at the top of the Candy Crush board that they have to get to the bottom, which triggers a real key to pop out from the platform, which they have to race to the other side of the stage to activate joystick levers to control their partner on the vertical board to make another 50 matches as they control the repelling wires below. What? That sounds ludicrous. Stephen Fry plays Corvo in Dishonored 2? Really? Stephen Fry's a good actor. Oh, you mean Stephen Russell. I was gonna say, seriously, Stephen Fry? I don't know who Stephen Russell is. That sounds so absurd, Nox. I don't know that Stephen Fry ever really fit the voice of Corvo, unless Corvo was a lot older. I don't know how old Corvo's supposed to be in either game, for that matter. The prize was 100K? I would do a lot of ridiculous shit on TV for 100K. I would sacrifice all of my dignity and embarrass myself terribly in front of millions of people for 100K. Why not? 100K is a lot. That would massively change my life if I had $100,000. That's 10 years worth of how much money I make a year. If I saved every penny I had for 10 years, I wouldn't quite have 100K, and that's if I didn't spend a penny. And I spend almost all my pennies, so therefore, ever having that much money is basically an impossibility for me unless I do a big heist. And we know how those have turned out for me in the past. So, let's talk to Zira now, finally. We played Mercer Frey and Skyrim. You know, I started the Skyrim Thieves Guild questline, but I never finished it. In fact, I very much never finished it because I never even met the Guildmaster. I just did the initial little bits of it in the start before you actually meet the Guildmaster. Alright, Zira, talk about this.
Walk Softly sent word of your time at Fulstrom Homestead. Said you slipped out from between the Iron Wheel's greedy fingers.
I like her. She's a Redguard woman. She looks tough, competent. I like her hairstyle. We're gonna get along, Zira, unless you're gonna betray me, in which case I'll stab the shit out of you. But, you know, other than that, we're cool. He does tons of voices for Bethesda these days. All the Mr. Handies, really. What else has he been in that I've played? You must be the Guildmaster.
I am, but call me Zira. Titles don't carry weight when you live in a cistern. Pretty bold of you and Quen to go after the Geovessen's skull. Did you know she sent a letter asking to set up a meet? Rookie mistake. The Iron Wheel read her mail.
Oh, so Quen did fuck us with her ineptitude. Stupid, stupid Quen. Hashtag blame Quen. You were coming all along.
That's why I sent Walk Softly to pull you out. Don't get me wrong, Quen may be green, but she planned a real heist. The kind we used to pull off before the Iron Wheel captured or killed most of us. Bastards.
Why is the Iron Wheel after the Thieves Guild?
You heard of Magnifica Valora?
No.
She was a noble from Tanith with a substantial dowry in her family tomb. We tried to steal it, but we failed, and she hired the Iron Wheel to punish us. I hear their leader thought you worked for us. Want to make it official?
What do you mean?
If the great Chief Inspector Ron Beek thinks you're part of the guild, who am I to disagree? We need good thieves, capable thieves like you and Quen to pull ourselves out of the gutter. So, care to join the Thieves Guild? We have nowhere to go but up.
Who did he play in Neverwinter Nights, Saito? Yeah, I'd love to join the Thieves Guild. I mean, I didn't come to a Boss Landing just to fuck around. There will be fucking around that will also happen, don't get me wrong, but primarily I want to join the Thieves Guild. I'm branching out. Now that I'm a master assassin, I find that I actually enjoy taking things more than taking lives. Kind of sick of assassinating everybody. I want to focus on my arts of thiefcraft. Who played Corvo in the first one? Or did Corvo never talk in the first one? I can't remember. Even though I played a lot of it. I can't even remember. Maybe Corvo never spoke. I don't know. I've joined the Thieves Guild.
Good. You aren't afraid of a challenge. The more you do for us, the more gold and respect you'll earn. Reputation goes a long way with us. Bringing us the Geovessen's skull is a good start. Here's your cut. Don't worry. Quen will get her portion.
I'm not worried about Quen. Oh, I got Thieves Guild leathers. Nice. And a skill point.
I told you about our failed heist. The one that led the Iron Wheel to Abaz Landing. Someone pointed them in our direction. It's time we found out exactly who it was.
Suspects?
My gold is on Velsa. She was part of our Thieves' Council, the Guild's inner circle, but she retired just before the dowry heist. It might be coincidence, or it might be she sold us out for large stacks of coin.
You're certain Velsa betrayed the Thieves Guild?
That's what I'd like to find out. You and I should pay her a visit, see if the Iron Wheel funds her retirement. There's a breach in the city wall, outside the flooded district. Meet me there when you're ready.
I'll meet you.
Thieves should always travel separately. Advice from Nicholas. Good advice.
Who is Nicholas?
Our old guildmaster, a mentor and a friend. He planned the dowry heist that would have seen us wealthy beyond our dreams. But he's gone. I lost him in Magnifica Felora's family tomb. He is sorely missed.
Or did she kill him? We'll find out. Elsa retired. Skill.
Said she'd earned enough for a lifetime. Handed over her rackets and told us to leave her alone. We'd see her in the markets now and again. She kept to herself. Fine by me. Coral underclothes are less abrasive.
So, this Velsa is not a nice person. Goodbye.
Thieves should always travel separately.
Okay, you already said that. Alright. You think Quen will never sell me out? Well, we'll see. I got some shoes of Baraha's Curse. Light armor. It's not really how I roll. Reduces damage taken from environmental traps. Kinda cool. Create desecrated ground. That's pretty neat, actually, but I'm not gonna wear these. But I'll stick them in my bank for a possible future character to. But I also got this. The Thieves Guild leathers. The Thieves Guild of Abaz Landing distributes a set of protective garb to its members. The many buckles are carefully secured to prevent jangling and scuffed to avoid reflection in the desert sun. It's not a bad looking outfit. I can dye it my colors if I want to. And I'd probably like it more. What does that look like compared to the armor that the... Now this is already dyed my colors. This is the armor that the Dark Brotherhood gave me. And it looks pretty badass. And then this is what they gave me when I became... This is what they gave me when I became... And it has a hood, I just have helm hidden right now. When I became the Silencer, they gave me these goofy robes. So this leather, if after I dye it, will probably look pretty cool. But for now, let's just stick with my shit. You know what I don't like? Silent protagonists. I'm sick of games with silent protagonists. I want my protagonist to say shit. And ideally, I want to be able to pick what they say. Even if I don't choose the exact words, you know, if I can choose between three or even better, if it's like 5 or 6 different options of things, general things to say, and then my protagonist character says it with a voice actor, that's the best for me. Like in Alpha Protocol, or I guess all the Mass Effect games and Dragon Age and stuff. Oh yes, Mana Marco is a big part of the main story of this game. Big part of the main story. What's up, Jack Store? How's it going? Hello, boys and cow. Nice. Nice. Alright, cool. Well, I think I'm ready to bounce up out of here. Now that I have the main mission, I should see if anybody wants to say anything different to me. Oh, tip board. What the hell is this? Some new faces in the Thieves Guild. Before we send you to pick the pockets of bigger and richer targets, we need to know you can handle yourself. I'm doing good, Jackstor, thanks. Thanks for coming. Lucky for you, the Iron Wheel has pulled their patrols out of Abaz Landing. Go pick a few pockets. Your best bet is Abaz Landing, but anywhere in Hughes Bane will do. Note, scorpions don't have pockets. Nab a few personal items or a lot of treasures. Fence what you find, but report back to me, Carrie. Alright, so we got the cut purses craft. Before the Thieves Guild sends me after more lucrative targets, I need to prove I know how to pick pockets. I can prove I'm a discerning pickpocket by nabbing a few personal items, or an industrious pickpocket by taking a lot of treasures. I was recommended to look for targets in Abaz Landing, but I can technically pickpocket anyone in Hughes Bane. So I need to either get 3 personal effects or 10 anything from pickpocketing. Alright, that's cool. I was planning to start increasing my pickpocketing skills more anyway. And then the other one says, Zira, the guildmaster of the Abaz Landing Thieves Guild, believes someone sold out the guild to the Iron Wheel. She needs my help to deal with the matter. Zira thinks a former guildmate is responsible. Belsa should be at her home in the flooded district of Abaz Landing. When I'm ready, I should meet Zira outside the flooded district. Yeah, I love scorpions. They're the best. They're the best. So the best.
New member. Great. We could use the coin coming.
Yeah, that's the same as me. I don't think anybody's gonna say anything different right now.
I haven't seen too many of the old gang yet. I suppose it will take a while for word of our return to spread. In the meantime, I'll do what I can to get the guild up and running again. Who knows? I might even plan a heist while I'm waiting.
Use the rookie member you know nothing about to root out the traitor in the ranks. Yeah. That doesn't really sound like the best plan when you put it that way.
What do you think? Can I pull off an uppity noble accent? What am I saying? Of course I can. I really am an excellent actress. Now, where did I put my silver tiara?
Lady, you are no Mirabelle. Give it up. Alright, I have to figure out how to get out of here. Snag. Oh. Wanted to get my feet wet.
Extra coin on the side. It's for a good cause.
This guy's got a quest too.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure. Spencer Rye, at your service. I have a friendly arrangement with the Thieves Guild. We're business adjacent, you might say.
I haven't got it. I didn't get Mirabelle killed. She got herself killed. What business is that?
Rye's reacquisitions. I track down items that have gone missing. As you might expect, quite a bit turns up here, but I specialize in objects of purely sentimental value. My finder's fee for the guild is usually well above the item's material worth.
Hey, Boss Pie, how's it going? Good to see ya. Help?
Always. When something gets well and truly lost, it occasionally requires a bit more adventure than I can stomach. I post those jobs on the notice board outside, but since you're here now, I think I have something you might fancy.
Details.
An old sailor is mourning the loss of his favorite wooden pipe during a scuffle with some pirates. If you track it down, he's offering a surprisingly good sum for its return.
What do I do once I find it?
Just bring it back to me. I'll handle the delivery, and you'll be paid on the spot. I'll be waiting just outside the cistern in the alleyways. You can find me there anytime you're looking for a bit of work on the side.
Sounds good. Bye. Alright, so now I have another quest, the Sailor's Pipe. Spencer Rye runs a finder's business and uses the Thieves Guild to track down his quarries. Helping him will surely reflect well on your skill as a thief, and be lucrative to boot. Wait. Your skill as a thief? These things are supposed to be written from the first person of the character. Sigh. I I was sent to recover the sailor's pipe from Shark's Teeth Grotto. Alright. What's up, Draven Bearer? Nothing. Okay. Sailor's Pipe is a good name for a sailor's gay bar. It is. It's a good one. Alright, well, that's all the time we have for this episode. So, if you're watching the stream, don't go anywhere, because we're not done playing. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now at an end. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays The Elder Scrolls Online Thieves Guild DLC.